Hello and welcome to another production breakdown with me. Here we are, I Might Be Crazy. This is the first track of my new upcoming EP, which I released as a single back in 2022. And it's one of my favorite tracks that I've recorded and produced so far for myself. Before we get started, we've got Benning Varson on drums, Jake Amy on keyboards, and then everything else in this session I recorded myself. Because I'm a serial not collaborator. Aiming to change that. Yeah. All right. So for those that haven't heard the song, I'm just going to play a little bit from the top. So this is unmastered and I believe this is the mix session. So here we go. Let's have a listen.
Baby, have you plans for this evening? Could those plans include you and me?
All right, let's dive right in. So just a little bit of background about this song. So I wrote this song back in, I believe, 2021 lockdown. And I'd started this like grandiose project to write and record and mix a song within a week and then have that as a turnover. As you can guess, I was too depressed, I was too unmotivated to finish that project, but I got 3 songs done, but this was the 4th. And I got the demo done in the whole form, but it took me then a long time to actually sit down and record this song. So we start off with our gang vocals and claps. Let's go. Gang vocals.
Wrong place, wrong space, wrong time, but you'll stay right on my mind.
Yeah, so that's all me outside the studio that I'm in right now. So I'm in my studio here in North Coburg, and in the hallway, when I was recording this, it was all a construction site. So there was just hard concrete and tools everywhere. So I dragged this exact microphone out the door of my room, cable still connected. And then I just stood there, had Logic just going on loop, and I was just going, wrong place, wrong space, wrong time. Did that, I think, about 8 or more, probably more times. So I've got that gang vocal. We've got the harmony for the gang vocal. Here we go.
Wrong place, wrong space, wrong time, but you'll stay right on my...
Yeah. And the trick with that is we're harmonizing in a third, but because it's like bluesy, I didn't want it to be like wrong place, wrong space, wrong time, like 3 2 3 2 3. So we go 3 3 sharp 9, or like minor third, wrong place, wrong space, wrong time, but you'll stay right on my mind. Bit of jazz theory there for you. Sorry to do it. All right. Then in this layer, we've got the shout. Here we go. So the way that I got that was I did the same thing. I had the microphone exactly where it was outside my studio room, and I just hit record and I was just dancing along to a groove. Yeah. Yeah, just saying this, just doing these really phonetic things, trying to get in the groove. Just breathing in those ways, trying to get that feeling good. Then I compiled like about 8 to 16, somewhere between there, of those layers, and it got this texture. It's so funny to listen back. I cringe sometimes being like, that's me, but it works in the track. Like, I don't hear that anymore. And then we've got good party ambience, which is like from Count. If anyone knows like the Count, Lewis Hosey, shout out, got me onto all of the Count sample packs. This is good party ambience. So added with the shout. Harmony gang. Then we've got in the percussion, our claps. Now we've got a blend. We've got a blend of claps, I think, just from Splice, really. Love that sound. Always good stuff. It says hand clap, no guitar. Yep. Cool. Ooh, noisy clap. Excellent. Oh, clap's dry. I think this clap layer is me with an IR reverb on it. So all together, here we go.
Wrong place, wrong space, wrong time, but you'll stay right on my mind. Wrong place, wrong space, wrong time, but you'll stay right on my mind.
All right, let's have a look at this verse. Let's have a look at the drums first and foremost. So this is Benning Varson on drums. We recorded these drums at Big House Arts. I engineered the session and we wanted to go for a really fat snare sort of sound. Here we go. Let's have a listen to just the drums. Cool. Now we've got a few things going on here with the close mics. We have our kick out. So we had a kick in mic. I forgot to record enable the kick in mic. So then we had takes with the kick in and then there was no kick in. So just be better. Be better than me. Be more thorough than me. That's all I ask. So because that was the case, I think I put, a trigger with it. So let's have a listen to those. Ooh. This is also from the count. Excellent. I think this is after party kick. Then kick P, which is kick with parallel compression. Then kick trigger, which I'm guessing is, a slate trigger 2 sample. Here we go. So, we've got just the kick thud in sample and then the room sound, which is very low. I'll turn it up. That's what it sounds like. So when it triggers together, you get this bigger, larger than life sound. So I think it was about there. These samples are from That Sound by Paul Mabry. Here we go. Trigger presets. So 60s thump. Really good. So let's listen to the kicks all together. And there's still a little bit of snare bleed, but what are you going to do? It's fine. It's fine. Awesome. Nice. Then snare top. Okay, you can hear the room reverb and we've got snare P, but then let's add the snare bottom. Snare bottom on its own. So interesting. Awesome. Then those two together with the reverb. And look, you can see I wanted to have a trigger there. Didn't use it. Let's look at this room reverb. So we've got Valhalla room. We've got, no pre-delay, a 0.52 second decay. I always like to take a little bit of the highs off with this high cut. Depth, I think I just messed around with it. Anyway, I think that does a lot. This is without the verb. You can really tell it's gated and it's gated very hard, but the room reverb sort of masks that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We have a hi-hat mic. Don't think I even mixed that in. Yeah, because we're getting way too much hi-hat anyway. Here we go. The overheads. The room sounds great in there. It's very dry, but still really awesome. Then, the room mic. Nice and crunchy. Lots of EQ and a compressor, barely doing anything. So this would have been processed in my other session with just the drums. And then we have some tom mics, pretty standard. Interestingly though, what I usually do is I usually go through and just like scrub through, delete things that aren't tom hits, but I think it just sounded good enough that I just left it. Like there's a gate on there already, so that's fine. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Awesome. So I'm using the SSL channel strip from Waves, which is just a classic. It's been around since I was like a teenager. My guitar teacher used to have the Waves bundle and he would show me like mixing tricks using this exact plugin. And yeah, just using the internal gate with that gets you out of trouble. So here's the full drum sound. Very Prince, very kind of cool. It's still natural, but has like inference to like a Linn drum, I feel. Yeah. Then let's add in some bass. So that's me on my like cheap P bass that I bought off a friend for like $50 with a little practice amp. Awesome. Not much to see there, but we'll go through some of the processing. So we've got a dynamic cut on the bass every time the kick hits, just to let the low end speak from the kick more. Then what else do we have? Oh yeah. Woo. So it looks like I wanted more mid-range in the bass there. And so, yeah, look at that. It's like I'm cutting a bit of the lows when it gets too extreme, and then also just replacing it with a little bit of mid-range, but not to get it so honky. So every time there's a big attack hit, it ducks, but it kind of makes the tone a little bit nicer, I think. Also, I'm trying to justify old mixing decisions, which most are pretty good. Oh yeah, wanted more mids? I saturated just this mid-range section with satin. So that section right there is just a little bit more distorted and blended in with the rest. Cool. Oh. Then I added back in all this low end. See, like you're making steps towards a mix decision, going so far and then taking a perspective back and be like, oh, it's missing stuff. So you can kind of see that I've like cut and then I've replaced again, which is not a great practice. However, it works now. So ideally, I'd mix a bit faster, trust my monitoring system, and then stick to those decisions. But this is what happened. I have a tendency as well to second guess my mixes because I've always felt like my mixing, because it's for me, is just not objective enough. And then I like go and tweak things too far. But in this case, I think I got it to a place I'm pretty happy with. And then we've got a compressor on the end, just taking off some more stuff, pretty fast attack, slower release, and it's only being triggered by 80 hertz. Let's just have a listen to that bass dry. I want to see how that sounds without all my ridiculous processing. Oh yeah. That's not happening. That's not hip. That sounds like a rock bass now. Yeah, baby. Woo! All right, let's look at some of the guitars. Trick jar! It's actually a distorted bass. Ooh! Here we go. So, gate. We've got a gate there because it was just noisy, right? Let's go completely dry. Let's listen to this distorted bass. Yep, great. So it just sounds like a bass guitar. There's a bit of distortion because of the master bus, but cool. Bit of gate just to clean it up. Awesome. Now this is the secret sauce. Auto filter on guitar rig. It's awesome. That's giving us our wow, 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 wow. And that was in my original demo when I made I Might Be Crazy. So for me, it felt like a really essential part of the arrangement. Here we go, then a bit of EQ. Sort of getting rid of the lows, adding more mid-range because the bass is taking care of all that, you know, obviously bass range. And I wanted to speak more like a guitar, so I just boosted some more of the high mids, some low mids, kept sort of 1K area pretty clean. Extra saturation. I guess I wanted the pick sound to come out more. More distortion still. More distortion! Ah! Yeah, cool. Stock Logic stuff. The great thing with the Logic distortion is you can just roll off those highs because listen to that. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. But get to about 2K. Delicious. Then final EQ again. Because the distortion adds low end, then I'm just taking a further bit of low end off and then whatever here. Cool. Double track. Beautiful. Excellent. With the normal bass. With the drums. Now, what do we got? We got chunk. Woo! This is your stanky, little funky number. Woo! Alright. So, this is my Fallen Les Paul that I don't have anymore, unfortunately. But this was recorded through my PV Classic 30, just with a 57, nothing too crazy. Guitar recording doesn't have to be crazy. However, look at this EQ. Who knows? Let's have a listen to it just dry. Not bad. Take the reverb off. It's cool, but This makes it feel a little less intense. There we go. And there's always a bit of a spike. I feel like with most sort of Fendery amps that I record and I've dealt with, a bit of a spike around 2K, so just having a multi-band compressor just to tame that really feels good. Yeah. And a compressor. Yeah, making it feel good. Then back on with the effects. Woo!
Could those plans include you and me?
Excellent. Now what else do we have? We have our percussion. Really subtle, distorted claps like we saw in the intro. Alright, and now our vocals. Let's listen to this verse again. And let's listen out for the vocal layers.
We both got hurt in the winter, so let's feel dopamine in the summer breeze.
Here we go.
I wanna dance around and feel the sounds of hearts beating. Been waiting around for the sun to come out.
Alright, let's check out all those BVs. So, throughout the whole thing, the lead vocal has just a double. So we've got...
I wanna dance around and feel the sounds of hearts beating.
And the trick is, if your falsetto is weak at times, just stack it! And it sounds a little bit stronger. Yeah, what are you gonna do? So, that's that. But now we have our BVs. Our BVs. Let's listen to those together as well.
I wanna dance around and feel the sounds of hearts beating. Been waiting round for the sun to come out.
Alright, so we've got an octave lower and then a third, I believe. I just want to listen to that on its own.
Dance around and feel the sounds of hearts beating. Been waiting round for the sun to come out.
Yeah, trying to harmonize that line, that jazzy line, was really hard, but I feel like that just thickens up that whole musical moment because it's quite like a risky melodic choice to have that sharp 11 and the chromatic like enclosure of that B flat note. It's going A, C, B, A, B flat. Yeah, it's pretty neat, pretty nifty, woo! But then having the lower octave and stacks and a harmony just, yeah, reinforces that risky musical idea. So let's listen to that again.
I wanna dance around and feel the sounds of hearts beating. Been waiting round for the sun to come out.
Yeah. Little fun fact, I put a photo of Prince on the computer screen while I was recording these vocals to sort of get in that Prince mood. I don't sound like Prince, but I think there was some good juju in that. Here we go. So we've just got the rest of the verse to go. Got a third in the harmonies. Here we go. So, I want to talk about this little moment, that little reverse reverb. So, at the time that I was mixing this, I was really getting into production techniques. And when I was producing more pop-leaning things that were more electronic, I was like listening out. There's like lots of rises, there's reverse reverbs, there's noise, there's all of these different elements that are put in to make it sound fatter than it would have been otherwise. So, I decided, I'm like, I need just a lift in this chorus. How am I going to do that? So, muted everything on that last beat. Bass is gone, the riff's gone, the guitar's gone. It goes from the dry, normal lead vocal.
Yo, daddy.
Then we switch over to this filtered version.
Yo, daddy.
So we just lost a lot of low end, made it tight and focused. So then when it comes back in the chorus, it's like, ooh, big, low end, bang! Yeah, we love it. And then we also have, I believe, this. Let's have a listen. This is preemptively giving us the backing vocals for the next section of the song. So let's have a listen to this. And last little nugget, we've got this snare verb moment. Woo! That's it. And that's really important to notice. Have a look. So as soon as it hits, it's like, woo! But then it's automated out on beat one of the next bar. Out. Sick. So let's listen to that moment as it transitions into the chorus.
Trying to be your daddy.
There, now we're in. Now we're into the chorus.
I won't be sitting waiting.
Dance it out. Dance it out. Yelled. The computer's listening. It was really under pressure. I'm sorry, Mac Mini 2017. So all the same good things are there. The drums, bass. Now we've got our riff, but I believe it's the bass and guitar, or maybe it's just guitar. Let's have a listen. It's both. Oh yeah. Oh, it's three things. All right. What it is, this is the distortion octave guitar, then normal sort of rock guitar sound, like really classic rock, sort of overdriven thing. Then the original riff, you know, the wah distorted bass. So that's what gives us our fat riff. Then we've got our keys. Now this is a lot of fun. So we have Juno, we have a Juno patch, and we have a Rhodes, courtesy of Jake Amy. Here we go. We've got the Juno here, recorded on the actual Juno 4, and this Rhodes from Addictive Keys. But the cool thing about it is it's side changed to the kick to give it a bit more pump. Oh yeah. So what we've got to add to the keys layers is this production element called which is just a stack of vocals doing ahs to the chords of the tune. Also side chain to the kick. Percussion. Some tambourines and shakers. Yes, sir. Good stuff. Now we're back to the intro theme. With the chunk guitar still there. Now this is the interesting part. The drums have a secondary take put onto it. So this is without the secondary take. Cool. And then this one called Tom Bus. So I got Benning Varson to play just like tom grooves, and this is just, I believe this is just the room mic distorted. Probably, oh no, it sounds like there's other close mics, but it's a very distorted version of the drum mix. Then those two takes are layered together to get this big composite. Plus our percussion, claps and things. It's just really funky. Yeah. Woo! Then, sort of back in this idea of arrangement territory, we're doing the same thing that we did for the chorus, but we're muting things here on this last bar. So we've got big vibes. Here we go. So Jake sent me so many keys that I thought like probably wasn't appropriate for what I was looking for, but there was some spots out that I picked out that I really like this. So I took that piano, distorted the crap out of it, and I thought that was cool. All right, now let's find where those keys are. Yep, piano. Oh, that's really sad. That's the only piano that I used from it. The only changes with the verse are little supplementary elements. So if we go through, we've got same sort of stuff. More claps in the verse now. And these are just little interjections that I thought would be funny. Well, how about that? They were in the original demo, so.
Whoa, in the UK!
So dumb.
Oh, baby! Cause the sound of
Then we've got this little cowbell, which I think is a little fun. It's a little cheeky. Then it doesn't come back again this time. I thought, challenge the expectations. Don't give it away too much, but it's back. Woo! Restraint. Then same transition into the chorus. Now we have a harmony on the vocal.
It might seem crazy, but it's healthy, baby. I'll live my best life, and I still want you in it. It's not worth forcing.
Now we're into this like big bridge section, basically. Back to the theme. Now let's check this out. This is a lot of fun. This is the junk percussion section. So where the studio is, because it was all construction, there was just tools laying around like screwdrivers, hammers, whatever, ladders. What else? I had cymbals that I brought out. So I just laid a stack of cymbals on top of one another and just played it with sticks, and then had the microphone a little bit away to get most of the room ambience. Now let's have a listen to that, because that is very fun. Here we go. So you can see we've got junk crash, ladder. So this is the ride cymbal. Cowbell as well, still there. Now what's really fun is I just made loops. As you can see on the screen, there's just loops. And now I get the option as a producer to mute and unmute things. Yep, got more tambourine, more shaker. Yeah, nice. Let's keep listening to that. Vocal ad-libs come back from last time. Cool. So let's have a listen to that. These are just like random ad-libs that, again, did the producer thing. Look, see, we got all this automation to keep them in there, but only when they need to stick out. So what I like to do, especially with myself and other singers, is set them up just to sing crap, sing everything, get it out. And then we can pick and choose what stays. We can automate things up. We can, take things down. It's all there. It comes from this idea of like production in the sample-based sense, where you just grab sounds from different sources, put it together, and then this is your new piece of work. As opposed to the band-centric way of recording and producing music, which is like, we're going to play the song exactly as it is with the instruments that we have. I really like that idea, and I think if you're more of a musician, recording type of person, take on some of these notes of you can put any sound anywhere, and you can do that with your own voice. You can essentially sample yourself and move that around. Very cool. So here we go. Let's have a listen to these. It's not great. That's probably why I took it out. Wow! Anyway, moving on. So, this is the outro. Big, over the top, wild. Yes! So what do we got going on? We got heaps of shit. Alright. We got the drums. Yeah. Bass. It's just pedaling. Boom, 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 boom. Whoop. Bass is just pedaling. The riff from the verse, but it's got heaps more layers. Chunk. Now what else do we have? Jake Amy on the organ. Woo! Gang vocals. Same sort of recording technique from the intro. More percussion still. We're throwing everything at the kitchen sink. Lead vocal. What else do we have now? The doubles. think that's about it. And a guitar solo. Yeah. Pretty intense slap. Check out this ripper solo. Oh yeah. I was pretty much like, it needs a bit more. Maybe I could chuck a solo in. I feel like I ripped some harder solos when I played the song live, and I wanted to recreate that, but it was just like lost in the mess of noise anyway, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Oh. So I did this really weird thing with the backing, sort of like... So I did this really weird thing with this gang vocal at the end of the song. Let's have a listen in this shout thing. Oh, I think it's in here. Yeah. There we go. Let's have a listen. What did I say?
Thanks for listening to the song, mate.
There you go. A little thank you for listening to the song.
Thanks for listening to the song, mate.
Jeez. What a cheeky bastard. Ugh. Well, this has been the production breakdown of I Might Be Crazy. So this is one of my favorite songs by far that I've produced. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of elements that I could throw in there while still feeling pop and still feeling accessible. And I'm glad you were here for it. My EP, Greetings from Sunny Coburg, is coming out on the 7th of April. Please have a listen to it, stream it if it's out. And if you're watching this in time, we've got our EP launch at the Nightcat on the 13th of April. So I'd love to see you there if you're available. If not, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more BJ content like this. Legends.